Music transcends the ability of any language and generation to communicate an individual's emotions and thoughts. Philippine music bands date back its history from as early as the pre-colonial period, and well-known examples which are performed for various purposes are musical ensembles for Kuchapi, Tulali, and Kulintam, and considered to be a tool for social relations and group concordance. Not so distant, when the Spanish arrived, coming from the fusion of multicultural traditions, notable forms of music emerged, which are harana, kundiman, which is the ancestors of your heartbreak songs today, and lastly, rondalla. Also in this era, chorale singing was prominent. Leaping through the American period, there was the emergence of vaudeville and cabaret. They also introduced various musical genres such as jazz, blues, R&B, and the use of vinyl records where Western rock bands injected its influence, like the Beatles. Fast forward to the contemporary period, before the birth of OPM, the Manila sound pertains to the prevailing music that emerged during the mid-70s, after the social unrest brought up by the years of dictatorship as an innovative drive which assisted many Filipinos over the hardships and withstand oppression. It rooted from the band Hot Dog by their song Manila. Music bands prevailed in this era, and some more famous groups are VST and Company, who popularized Awitin Mo't Isasayaw Ko, The Boyfriends, who's famous for Sumayaw Sumunod, Sampaguita, who sang No Si Balasi, and many more which I'm sure you are familiar with. Later on, OPM, or the original Philippine music, then arose to pertain to P-pop ballads, and eventually became a catchphrase for Pinoy-originated music. It involved various musical genres and influences from foreign inspirations. To name some of its notability is the appearance of several groups such as the Eraserhead with its all-time classic Ang Huling El Bimbo, Rockefellers in the 60s, Juan de la Cruz Band and Asin in 70s, Apo Hiking Society in the 80s and 90s, Smoky Mountain, South Border, After Image, River Maya, Neo Colors, Aegis, Side A, Intro Voice, Parokya ni Edgar in 90s, and many more. The 21st century arrived, and the bands that gained prominence in the early 2000s are Kamikaze, Silent Sanctuary, Up Dharma Down, Moonstar 88, MYMP, Kalya Lily, Six Cycle Mind, Rocksteady, December Avenue, etc. Over the year 2010, Pinoy music bands evolved to newer forms, which incorporated contemporary genres to their styles. To name a few, the list includes The Juans, Four of Spades, This Band, Boy Band PH, Juan Carlos, Ben and Ben, BGYO, MNL48, Beanie, and SB19, which is now making names and recognition outside the country. It has been such a long history, yet it is still thriving among other musical forms. Let us take a look at its features. Spectacles can be found here, where artistic forms in various kinds of acts are seen in music videos, concerts, live performances, and sometimes part of entertainment variety shows like GMA Super Show, That's Entertainment, SOP, Party Pilipinas, and ASAP. Groups including Boyfriends, Masculados, Hagibis, Viva Hot Babes, and Sex Bomb Girls are frequently part of variety shows. Sometimes, other bands' music even serve as official soundtracks for movies and series. Nostalgia is also being brought to us. Music from the past will always be reminisced, along with the attachment of sentimentality. Many even get remakes or revivals by other artists, and for the majority of commoners like us, we do cover songs. Examples are Ikaw Lang Ang Aking Mahal, an original by VST and Company, was remade by Daniel Padilla in 2015, and Tony Lambino's Harana as revived by Parokya ni Edgar in 1997. The thing that makes music irresistible is the feeling that lingers to us, especially when the lyrics are really relatable. It appears to be a make-believe situation for us, where we indulge ourselves to the songs that it seems like it was made originally to appease your heart and experience. Another contribution that it gives us are celebrities or icons. They become legends and serve as cornerstones of the Philippine music industry and inspiration for other artists and other people. To know more about Pinoy music bands, let's go and take a deeper dive by asking our interviewees.
I think a lot of people, especially yung mga sobrang fans ng music, they look up to, members ng bands.
They are an inspiration to all kasi biruin mo, each individual in a band has different characteristics. Pero they were united by their love and passion for music. And I think sobrang brave nila sa ngayon.
Not so much, I think, yung bands before. Kasi nga, wala namang masyadong messages na will directly hit you, parang ganun.
Based on experience din, a lot of us kids back then started to pick up instruments while listening to bands. Before, parang siguro with the thought of, baka kaya namin play to on ourselves.
Affect reality. Well, di ba nandyan yung depression, anxiety, and other mental disorder which are a reality na nakaharap ng karamihan ngayon. With music, I think they are given hope or perspective na soon malalagpasan din nila to and a brighter tomorrow will come. So I think music do save lives.
Global band music, yung style, evolved from yung normal na full band setup to integrating electronic or synthesizers. So parang from yung raw na full band na sound, naging ang transition is meron ng electronic touch yung music. Hindi.
The emergence of Pinoy music band depends on its appeal to the mass. This form of popular culture does not discriminate on who has the right of patronage, may it be commoners or elites. There will be no distinction. Instead, its impact determines who it will inspire or attract. Also, with various types of listeners, there will be a relative reality on how they perceive the meanings of songs and concepts. By globalization, the integration of foreign factors to the local material gradually incorporates and birth new forms. And it is the wonder of music and great minds of artists to leave us with baffled minds and swirling hearts in the middle of the rhythm and lyricism.
Makes me entertained and love music more.
Siguro yung pinakamalaking effect sa akin ng music is, nag-start akong mag-pick up ng instrument and then recently nga lang, nakapag-perform din ako in front of people. Not really sure how it worked before, pero now kasi a lot of artists record and produce their music independently. So, yung sa ngayon lang is artists today may potential sila na mag-produce ng music on their own lang.
Yung music industry now, I think malaki din ang pinagbago kasi mostly ngayon nag-focus sila sa streaming kaysa actual na mga albums. Kasi free yun. Parehas magbe-benefit yung banda and then yung mga tao kasi free sila nakakapag-stream and then nagkakaroon naman ng income yung mga banda sa pag-stream.
Of course, yes. Yung mga ngayon, marami na kasi. Tsaka iba't ibang tema na kasi yung music ngayon eh. Variety bang ganun.
No, I don't think they have significant roles in those aspects.
Ayun nga, nabanggit ko kanina yung sa Tatsulok, so idagdag ko na rin siguro yung sa Spolarium, which is, di ba may theory doon na kay Pepsi Paloma yung kantang yon and how napaka-injustice nung nangyari sa kanya because of the three major celebrities. And then, meron din sa parokya ni Edgar, yung Buloy, about naman yun sa isang friend niya na, alam mo yun, nagbibigay ng advice lagi sa kanya. And then, nabalitaan niya na lang na yung friend niya na yun ay nagpakamatay. Ayun. So, dahil doon, parang nagkakaroon tayo ng realizations na kunwari sa Spolarium and then sa Tatsulok, may mga political realizations na dapat tayong pagtuunan. And then sa Buloy naman, which is social, na kung saan parang maging aware tayo sa paligid natin, kaya sa mga friends natin.
Have you heard of the song Bongga Kaday by Hot Dog? Some say that it is satirical to a lavish woman married to a rich person. I'll just leave it to you to guess who could it be. More progressive songs like Awit ng Kabataan by River Maya and Banal na Aso Santong Kabayo by Yano are also still booming the speakers for decades now.
May it be consciously or subliminally, we cannot deny the fact that we are wrapped around its fingers.
Again, as a kid, I listened to a lot of Pinoy bands because of my brother. Tapos watching them perform their music on TV nung mas bata pa ako. Siyempre, hindi pa nakapanood live eh. So, they inspired me to pick up an instrument and then, ayun, play them. Kasi parang habang pinapanood ko sila, I thought, feeling ko kaya ko tong i-play. Tapos, by myself, parang kung paano nila ginagawa.
Sa tingin ko, music from Pinoy bands are my coping mechanism whenever I'm having all sorts of emotions due to struggles in life. And pag nakikinig ako ng music nila, nalilimutan ko yung mga worries and problems ko kahit saglit lang. And then after nung pakikinig ko yun sa mga music na yun, next thing I know, okay na ako.
Well, I know how to appreciate music. OPM, yes. Ngayon marami na nagsusulpot ang mga OPM. Magaganda naman. Pero yung mga love songs, ayan, marami ngayon.
If I could, I would watch their performances live, tapos buy their albums, again, stream their music and share them to the people.
Kasi mahilig ako mag-share ng mga music. And siguro using yung pag-share ng music is may papakita ko yung appreciation ko.
There may be lots of music there,
But still, OPM is not dead.
as well as for Philippine music bands.
As long as support will be given, they will continue to bring the legacies and feelings that each one of us carried together with it.
For us Filipinos, as a nation of melodies and harmonies, as catchy and cool of what music bands can be. Still, how many years would pass? Sure that it will be a part of everyone's lives. Different people may have varied outlook or experience from the existence of Pinoy music bands. Only a segment of its history will be expensed as to the entirety of our lives. This is YUGTO,